Hi, I'm the Scrub and you're here for one reason. There's another treasure dungeon. I can't deposit more gil into the bank because their vault has hit capacity. This is my spare room. I can't fit more gil in here if I tried. Oh, you want me to get it for you? So what are you going to use the gil for? You're going to build a nightclub to entice more cat girls to dance with you. Why on earth would you want to do that? In fact, you know what? Ignore it. I don't care. I'll get you what you need. Just give me 20 minutes. Time to learn about the Drowned City of Skala. Simplified. If you're with the duty support system, I'd recommend single pulling this dungeon. Pull the first group of mobs, then make your way up the stairs to the next group. Kill everything. When everything has been defeated, the wall will break and 5 small mobs will appear. Pick these up and turn right to continue down the path. As you progress, more eggs will pop and reveal more mobs, and at the end of the path is the larger one of the mobs. This enemy will periodically inflict an assumable poison debuff on random players, and a straight line AoE directed towards random players. Kill everything. First boss time. Torpedo is a tank buster. Rising Seas is a room-wide AoE. When the first room-wide AoE happens, the outside portion of the arena will change into a strange glow. If you're standing in this, it will give you the unassumable debuffs of a stack of water resistance down, which acts like a Von stack in this fight, and the dot tick dropsy for as long as you're in the wall. The boss will then jump to a side of the arena and cast either Hydro Push or Hydro Pull. If it casts Hydro Push, it will knock back all players in a straight line across the arena from the side the boss is on, and if it casts Hydro Pull, it will drag all players back in towards the boss. Just position yourself in the middle of the arena, either right at the boss for push or against the far wall for pull, and you should be okay. Bloody Puddle will target several party members with a medium-sized point-blank AoE around them. I'd recommend spreading out towards the corners if you have this AoE. After this AoE goes off, it will leave a water puddle where those players were standing that will give you a 10-second unassumable dropsy debuff if you stand in it. Water orbs will also be tethered to these players with crosshairs. These orbs will move very slowly towards the tethered players, and after a few seconds will explode in a medium-sized AoE. If you get hit by the AoE, you'll be given a stack of water resistance down and a small knockback. As long as everyone stays away from the orbs, they'll be alright. Mechanics will repeat until Kelpie has been defeated. When you exit out of the boss room and turn left, you'll come to a patrolling Phobad. This enemy, when pulled, will cast Land Surge. It will shoot untelegraphed straight line AoEs out of its hands when the cast ends. So if it's casting this move, you want to be in between its hands or behind it and you'll be safe. Continue around the corner and pull the next group of enemies. Watch out for their AoEs. Kill everything and the wall will break. The next pull can get kinda spicy, but as long as you use cooldowns, you should be okay. Pull the 2 Phobads along with the next 3 enemies through the opening and pick up all of the next set of enemies all the way to the next door. Tanks, don't be afraid to use your invulns here. If you're not that confident, you can separate this into 2 pulls before and after the opening. Avoid all of the AoEs as best you can. Kill everything, the door will open, and it's second boss time. Mystic Light is a conal AoE directed towards a random player. Mystic Flame is a medium-sized AoE below random party members. Just dodge out of these to avoid them. The boss will become invincible with a set of hexagonal shields around it. It will chain itself to 4 adds on the cardinal points against the wall and start casting Order to Detonate. You'll need to defeat the adds around the arena to stop the cast. If it finishes casting Order to Detonate, it will explode and cause a room-wide AoE for however many adds are still alive. When all the adds have been defeated or they explode, the boss will become targetable again. Eventually, the old one will cast Shifting Light. This will turn all party members into Spriggans. You'll only have one button on your bar, Shatterstone. This will drop a small gem that will act like a small bomb. The boss will make itself invincible again and spawn 4 adds close to it on the intercardinal points. You'll have to explode the adds with the Shatterstone bomb in order to defeat them. Only 1 bomb is needed to kill an add. When all the adds have been defeated, you will return to normal and you can damage the boss again. This will repeat later with both sets of adds, 8 in total, on the inside and outside. Again, only 1 bomb is needed per add. The boss will repeat these mechanics until it has been defeated. Head down the stairs and follow the path until you get to the trio of enemies. There are a couple of AoEs that you'll need to be aware of. The Zangbito has a small conal AoE. If you get hit by this, it will give you an accuracy down debuff. The Void Sprites will have a large conal AoE called Dark 2. If you get hit by this, it will give you an assumable heavy debuff, which will greatly reduce your movement speed. When everything has been defeated, a bridge will be created across the chasm so you can continue to the next pack of 4 mobs. They are the same mobs from the previous pull. Kill everything and another bridge will be created. Follow the path through the open door to the trio of mobs, then head down the stairs to the final trio. The Accursed Idol will target random party members with a medium-sized point-blank AoE at their feet. Watch out for all the AoEs from this pull as it can get pretty tricky. Just try to avoid them as best you can. When everything has been defeated, the door will open and it's final boss time. The Poison Tongue will not have a cast bar or a telegraph marker for most of its attacks. If it raises its claw in the air, it will swipe in a small conal AoE directed towards the main tank. If it hunches over and raises its tail in the air, it will slash with its tail and a conal AoE behind it. If you get hit by either of these moves, it will give you a Vuln stack. Just move away from them as best you can. It will then travel to the middle of the room and crouch down on all 4s and place a proximity marker underneath itself. You'll need to get as far away as you can to reduce the damage to you. One player will get an orb over their head with a giant donut AoE around them. The entire party can stack up in the middle of the room to save everyone from taking any unnecessary damage. Eye of the Fire is a staring contest. If you are still looking at the boss when this mechanic goes off, you'll be hit with confusion and attack your fellow party members for several seconds. One player will then get a plus AoE and the other will get a small point blank AoE. These players just need to spread out. The boss will then face one player and bring its claws to its face. It will fire a straight line AoE in the direction it's facing. If you get hit by this, it will give you a Vuln stack. The boss will repeat this move to a different party member. Mechanics of the donut AoE, plus AoE, and point blank AoE on players will begin to overlap from here. here. Mechanics will repeat until the Poison Tongue has been defeated. Congratulations, you have beaten the Drowned City of Skala. My name is The Scrub. Thank you for watching.